have you heard from coaches or people in the program that maybe are there negatives that they're anticipating to all of this? Because the negative I want to ask you about, what about those guys busting their asses and helping the team win and play hard and all that, but they're role players and they're
Right.
not getting any money whatsoever, and they're not the stars. But dude, the guard is helping you win. You know what I'm saying? The gunner
Right.
is helping you win. So they may not be the high profile positions, but those guys aren't getting the NIL deals. How much of that is going to create resentment in locker rooms, not just all across the country? Okay, let's be fair. This is a problem that every team may end up having, in the end. So what kind of problems have you heard about or talked about with other people? Is this something that they anticipate? Is there anything else that we don't know about?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to be one of those things that once the season comes along and guys have to start, I guess, doing their jobs, right? Doing these NIL jobs, these promotional type jobs, does it become a distraction? Do the coaches get angry with the athletes and say, hey, you got to prioritize football? I think at Miami, in their case, and I know beyond, you asked me beyond Miami, but I think with Miami's case, at the very least, you have the right kind of leader in D'Eriq King, who's trying to get teammates involved in getting their own deals. But we don't know if that's the case.
I'm just worried about the left tackle that D'Eriq King's getting all these deals, getting all the stats, he's getting all the
Right.
pub, and the left tackle's going, yo, mofo, I'm keeping your ass upright so you can make all this cash. Where's my money? And I got to think that there's going to be some of that, dude.
I'm sure there will be. I think behind the scenes, there's going to be some jealousy. I mean, it's only natural, right? Guys want to all get a piece of the pie. I think in Miami's case, this Dan Lambert deal where every one of them gets $500, the whole team is getting something. I think that really helps smooth a lot of it over. And I think D'Eriq smooths a lot of it over. He brings his guys with him. He brings Ryan Rigoni, his the former walk-on linebacker, who does the podcast with him. He brings him along to his events. He brings Lou Headley, who we know can't get paid, right? But Lou comes along, and I'm sure they give him something under the table. I mean, there's little deals to get everybody something. And D'Eriq's the kind of leader who's looking out for his buddies. And will that continue in the future? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a special kid like D'Eriq who's one of the few who's going to do it. But I think, yes, do I anticipate problems somewhere in college football? I'm sure there will be. I'm sure we will hear about it. We're just getting into the beginning of camp now. And so we'll see, though, during the regular season when the team loses the first 2 games, right? Maybe a kid all of a sudden is like, screw this. I'm worried about my money, and they're not going to be as committed to their team. I agree. I think all of this is new territory that we're just going to have to see what happens when we get there.